5-year-old?
I think from very young age, I knew that I was always different from any other kids. I always knew that I wanted to do more with my life. I think one thing that I realized at very, very young age that some people never realize, that there's only one life. One day I'm going to fucking die. If I live to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 100, or 200 years, whatever God gives me, I will die one day. So I'm only limited time on this planet. Because I understood that so young, I knew that, you know what, I want to be in control of my life. I want to do what makes me happy. And for me, I was always entrepreneurial from age 4, thinking like that. I used to wash other kids' bicycles so I can afford my own fucking bicycle one day. And I would do it for, let's say, I don't know, 50 cents or 20 cents so I can save up and buy my own bicycle. And so I was always entrepreneurial, even throughout, growing up in a war and not having much food. I was always, thinking of the ways how I can make $1 so family can survive. That could be selling candles in a war or cigarettes at age 10, 11, and 12 and 13, just so family can survive. But the thing with me, I had tough childhood. Poor people were rich fucking compared to me. I was poor. I was hungry. Had no electricity for 4 years. No clean water. Lots of family members died in a war. But I never used anything negative that happened to me to beat myself up and use that as an excuse why I can't go through life fucking smiling. A lot of people that might have a bad parents, or parents got divorced, so they had a bad childhood, they mentally beat themselves up and stay in this victim fucking state of mind. You know what, I'm not going to do well because I had a bad upbringing. I'm not going to do well because my father was mean to me, mom, or whatever it is. With me, everything that bad was happening to me, I was using it as a fucking fuel.
Hi and welcome to another episode of Unlocked From Within. Today's guest, we have Emil Juresic. He is the founder of NGU Property, which stands for Never Give Up. It's done over $1 billion in sales. Emil is a successful property developer, has a multi-million-dollar property portfolio, and is the founder of One Life Club. So let's welcome Emil to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here, and this is much better place than the last time when I saw you, and I'm glad we didn't do interview last time, because last time you locked me into ice bath and apparently I was there for 16 minutes, so this is more comfortable than being frozen. But saying that, last time when I met you, it's unbelievable what you have done to all of us. Normally I cannot last more than 15-20 seconds in an ice bath. The way you prepared us with the breathwork before and while I was in the ice bath, that I ended up being there for 16 minutes.
Yes, 16, 18 minutes it was.
Which is unbelievable. I am known for, my partner Giselle, she would stay there for 4 minutes. I'm not, and I do ice bath with Simon Beat all the time. But I got a reputation for I'm in 30 seconds is maximum. But which is interesting, even when I got in there, I wanted to go out, but the way you guys mentally prepared us, I was there for 16 minutes, and that was fantastic. So, but saying that this is a more comfortable place than being frozen at ice, but it's been a pleasure being here. Awesome.
Yeah, it was really good to see, I guess, a lot of the One Life Club members' reaction, because they all thought, a few of them do ice baths dailies, they've got the chiller or they've got the chest freezer, and so they all thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and they were like, how long are we going to do it for today? And they said they thought it was going to be 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes.
And when I said it's going to be anywhere from 5 to 12 minutes, then you could see a little bit of a slump going, and it put them on their toes. So it was interesting.
To be honest, I think our brain tells us, get out, don't do it. My body can probably, handle more. I always say, entire life is just a mindset, how you set yourself up to do anything. And just like business is fucking hard. Most people want to quit as soon as it gets a little bit hard. and ice bath is no different. Of course it's hard. Who wants to be in a cold water, right? Your body, your brain is telling you get the hell out. And there's no difference in life. Life is hard. Business is hard if you see it like that. But if you go with the right mindset through life or business, you'll set yourself just to keep moving forward.
Definitely. And I was curious, like, obviously we're going to go and unpack the story, so like with, how you were talking about like before with the ice bath, like you could only last like 20, 30 seconds. Is there anything to do there, do you think, like reflecting back when you came as a refugee? You were a refugee, you were in Yugoslavia.
Yes.
I've heard stories you were saying you didn't have power.
No,
so you wouldn't
no
have, you would have had
years, no
cold
clean
water
for 4 years. Cold water, not having clean water for a start, not long. Cold water. Look, I think, when it comes to the ice bath specifically, is I don't think any human wants to put themselves through any hardship. And being in ice water, that is freaking hard, right?
Yeah.
Because, our brain is telling us, get out. But what you have done for us, just like business, you have prepared us to go ready into that freaking cold water.
Yeah.
And business itself, if you don't go prepared, if you don't go mentally ready, you're not going to last the time. You're not going to last 17 minutes like I did in a freaking ice bath.
Yeah.
But what you did, you really trained us mentally before we got in there. For us, what? I don't care if this is 4 degrees or minus 400, I will stay there. And that's probably one thing, my mental state in business, I'm like that, prepared to last the time. But ice bath is no different when it comes to getting yourself ready.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got us ready. So that shows you how important it is to actually have a great coach in anything that you want to do. Even the best #1 tennis player in the world, Novak, Djokovic, even he's got a coach, and he's #1.
Definitely.
And, so we all need somebody to get us ready. If we can't get ourselves ready, and that was my case with the ice bath.
Definitely, and getting into state and that whole process.
100%.
Yeah,
it's massive.
Yeah, it's definitely, and what was the feedback afterwards from the One Life Club members?
Everybody loved it, and everybody was really surprised how big impact you had on them with the breathwork and getting them mentally ready. Because normally we all know what we know, right? We can all get ourselves ready for whatever we understand, whatever we know. And I can't become an expert soccer player if I don't have a good trainer, if I don't get ready, physically and mentally. And that's something that you have done for us before we jumped in. You got us ready.
Which is something you can always take away.
Massively.
And apply that in life.
Massively. Look, I'm not here to promote your business, but I can truly say that anybody that wants to experience your class is worth every minute and every dollar they have to actually experience, because it's a game changer. Yeah. Now every time I do ice bath now, I'm mentally preparing myself for what I have learned from you that day.
Yeah.
So now I can go a lot more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
And you feel amazing afterwards.
Feeling amazing.
You feel, and I'm building a big home around the corner from my office, and I got a 250 square meter, basically, day spa that I'm building, and one of the things that I have there is an ice bath.
Awesome stuff.
So proper big ice bath as well, where I'm going to have a cold water any time of the day I walk in, so I can be frozen.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome to hear, like coming from, going through the pain and getting beyond it.
But is that, I think, when it comes to the ice bath specifically, I'd recommend it to every person every single morning.
Yeah.
Because you will do something that your mind is telling you not to do. But, breaking that mindset of, what, fuck it. I'm not sure if I can swear on your podcast. Yeah. Just, saying stuff it, I'm just going to jump in, and that's, any decisions that we are making. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff holding us back.
100%.
Fear or whatever decision that we are making. And if you can break that barrier mentally to actually say, I'm just going to do it, is big.
And listening to those voices. Which voice are you going to feed?
Well, you always say we got two brains. One brain is a positive one that wants to do great things. Another part of the brain is telling us, don't do it. And this is why you shouldn't do it. Every morning when I wake up, my positive brain just tells my negative brain, go and fuck yourself. I'm in control of this day. Because today is the day that we never lived before. So we don't have a luxury of wasting the day. We only have a certain amount of days on this fucking planet. We can't waste it.
We just don't know when our time's going to be up.
Could be fucking today.
Yeah. Interesting. It's interesting. So yeah, tell us, Emil, about your upbringing from when you were a little boy. What's the first impact did you have when you were, whether you were a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old, 5-year-old?
I think from very young age, I knew that I was always different from any other kids. I always knew that I wanted to do more with my life. I think one thing that I realized at very, very young age that some people never realize, that there's only one life. One day I'm going to fucking die. If I live to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 100, or 200 years, whatever God gives me, I will die one day. So I'm only limited time on this planet. Because I understood that so young, I knew that, I want to be in control of my life. I want to do what makes me happy. And for me, I was always entrepreneurial from age 4. Thinking like that. I used to wash other kids' bicycles so I can afford my own fucking bicycle one day. And I would do it for, let's say, 50 cents or 20 cents so I can save up and buy my own bicycle. And so I was always entrepreneurial even throughout, growing up in a war and not having much food. I was always, thinking of the ways how I can make $1 so family can survive. That could be selling candles in a war or cigarettes at age 10, 11, and 12 and 13 just so family can survive. But the thing with me, I had tough childhood. Poor people were rich fucking compared to me. I was poor. I was hungry. Had no electricity for 4 years. No clean water. Lots of family members died in a war. But I never used anything negative that happened to me to beat myself up and use that as an excuse why I can't go through life fucking smiling. A lot of people that might have a bad parents, or parents got divorced, so they had a bad childhood, they mentally beat themselves up and stay in this victim fucking state of mind. I'm not going to do well because I had a bad upbringing. I'm not going to do well because my father was mean to me, mom, or whatever it is. With me, everything that bad was happening to me, I was using it as a fucking fuel. As a fuel. I was hungry once. You should see me the way I eat in a restaurants now. I don't order for 2 people if I'm there with somebody, with my partner. I'll order for fucking 6 people because I never want to be hungry again. Ever. So anything bad, all my bad childhood, I can talk to you about it for fucking days. But the way I'll finish it, terrible childhood. Amazing loving parents, but I just grew up in a war with no fucking food, right?
Yeah.
But all that gave me fuel to be unstoppable today. Because today, age 45, and when I started my working career, I was always in that mental state. I will outwork anybody. I will work hard. I will keep learning. I know I will fuck up, and I have fucked up a million times, but I will keep getting back up and keep moving fucking forward. Because what can stop me? Nothing but myself, and I am not stopping myself. So childhood, the way it was tough, so fucking what? Anybody that's watching this, if you had a tough childhood, who gives a fuck? Use it as a fuel to move forward. Simple as that. Came to Australia age 16 as a refugee. Never liked to study, even I finished grade 12 here, barely. But one thing that I had is heart size of Mount Everest, will to succeed, attitude, never give up, keep moving forward. Started my business when I was 18, failed, lost business, but kept, getting up and kept moving forward, And I was just talking to my friend before, and my business partner, and I said, Simon, when I had no money, my name was Emil Juresic, and I was walking with my head high. When I started making money in my 20s, I was walking with my head high. My name was Emil Juresic. When I was 30 years old, I got financially burned. I lost money in the business. I lost everything. My name was Emil Juresic, and I walked with my head high. Today, age 45, those cars behind you, that picture, are all mine. I'm building a $20+ million home, and my name is still Emil Juresic. So whatever life throws at you, whatever life has thrown at me throughout my fucking journey, walk, head high, and keep moving forward. But there's the mental state that I built within myself throughout my teens. You know, but it's never too late to change. If you're fucking 40 watching this, or 50, and if you've been beating yourself up, or if life has been beating you up in every fucking way, stop making excuses. Fuck it. That's past. What are you gonna do about future? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Keep beating yourself up, keep bitching. Life is too hard. Well, fuck. What are you gonna do? Buy a rope and hang yourself? Fuck that. Make a decision to make change in your life and go ahead.
Awesome. So, and what do you think separates yourself, like, you know, war-torn country, maybe like, say, the neighbour, you know, and the path they might have gone on? Like, do you think, like, obviously the war-torn countries prepared you for whatever curveball comes in future life, but like, what do you think there was an influence of a parent that had a bit of,
look,
you know,
I think,
looking on the bright side of life?
But we all want different things out of life.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong working for somebody for 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year if that makes you happy. You know, I'm a born entrepreneur. It's in my fucking blood I want to control my own destiny, and I want to use 100% of myself to make the best out of life. You know, so I love entrepreneurship. I love the fucking thrill of the game, thrill of the fucking hunt. I'm a hunter. I'll hunt any fucking opportunity down and make it into reality and make it successful, because that's what I enjoy. You know, so with me, you know, the difference between me and my neighbor when I was 18 years old, for example, is I just knew what I wanted to do and I was after it. But my neighbor, they knew what they wanted to do, and with them maybe they wanted to become a teacher and become a freaking great teacher. Doesn't mean if I have Ferraris and Lamborghinis or Bentleys that I'm happier than somebody else who makes 50 grand. Things that I chase is a personal happiness and satisfaction in my life for me to have inner peace. And what I do gives me that. If somebody else takes my responsibilities and shit that I do, they have a fucking nerve breakdown within a day. I love it. To me, it's fun. I got over 400 employees. 400 families to feed every day. Every day that I'm responsible for, including the lovely videographer behind this camera. Every day. But I love it. I love it. So difference between me and the neighbor, I just wanted to have a different path from what they wanted to do. Difference between me and my competitors, I know I want it more than they do. I know it. I know I will outwork any competitor, because I work till my body and my brain switches off every day.
It's fascinating. I've been watching some of your Instagram stories, and I see the time you finish. Sometimes it could be 10, 10:30, 11.
Look at the time.
And then you're getting up at 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning.
And my adrenaline is rushing. I love it.
And you look fresh.
I love it, because your mind is the most powerful. Your mind, you know, is your best friend and your biggest enemy. You know, it's up to you which part you choose. And I've chosen my mind to be my best friend and fuck enemy. And I just love what I do every day. I love the fucking chase of the game. I love the hunt. I love going after things that I you know, love doing. You know, with me, it's like, fuck, man. Fuck sleeping. I want to sleep minimum hours that my body needs, because I love living life to the full, and I don't want to waste time sleeping.
Awesome. But yeah, it must show, like, you know, when people are being authentically themselves, which I think you're being authentically yourself,
I wouldn't want to be anything else.
When you're waking up at 3 in the morning, you're looking fresh, as to a person that's trying to replicate what Emil's doing.
But you shouldn't. I can never be you.
Exactly.
You can never be me, and two of us can't be, you know, a videographer here. You know, we can, and I think we all need to chase what makes us happy. You want to chase things that makes you happy, man, because I think people get mistaken what success is. People think success is having a big home, having money in your account, and having supercars.
Definitely.
Being successful is being happy within. And, and that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? I remember having lunch with one billionaire, and he was 75 years old, and somebody's walking past, and they were cleaning the street. And he said to me, doesn't mean two of us are happier than that person cleaning the street. As long as you are living life with no fear on the terms that you set up for yourself and do what you want, that's what true happiness is.
And were you always like that early on?
Always.
Wow.
Always. Have a laser titanium mind.
Powerful.
Nothing fucking breaking it.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point of being hard on yourself? What outcome are you going to get? Zero.
So the intention, when you're out there creating, you've got multiple businesses, and you'll have more and more multiple business in different niches and whatnot. What is the intention behind those? Like when you're thinking about going into a new field,
yes.
What are the questions you're asking yourself? Is it obviously it's got to align? Otherwise, if it doesn't align with you, that business is not going to be successful.
At the moment, we are just opening real estate office number 12, and we are selling over $2 billion worth of real estate a year. I have a property development company that does a lot of high-end developments. We got a media business, we got a law firm. I got a couple of online businesses now. With me, every time, and then we got interest in a finance company now. Every time I want to invest my time and money into anything, I ask myself this: am I going to have fun being part of this? Am I going to enjoy? If I'm investing money into a new business partner, am I going to enjoy talking to this guy? He's going to become a fucking headache for me. If I'm going to enjoy him or her company, if I'm going to have fun, and financially if it makes sense, yeah, fuck, I'll do it. But if I feel that person that I'm going to be investing my time, energy and money in, if they are unstable, if they're going to be a headache for me, I don't give a fuck about the money, because I don't need any more in my life. Do I want to make more? I don't want to make more, I want to do more. I want to do more fun stuff. And, to me, business is just like a game of chess that I love. Yeah. It's so with me, it just, I'm opportunist. I look for opportunities, and doesn't matter what it is. I love the thrill of the game. But at the same time, I say more no's than yeses. I say 50 no opportunities before I take one on. One that I take on, we get committed.
Powerful. And, I know one of your stories, you talk about whether you can get into it, is your TAFE teacher.
Yeah. Well, after I finished my high school, which I barely finished, my mom and dad's expectation is go and get education, because parents can only tell you what they know, right? They can't tell you to fly a plane if they don't know how to fly one. So I came from a very humble, hard-working family, and dad was working in a factory, and mom was stay-home mom. And they said, son, finish high school, get an education, go to TAFE for uni. And my grades were so bad that I couldn't go to uni, so TAFE was the only option. So after that, you can get a good job. I went to TAFE to study business management. I meant to study it for 2 years. I was there only for 7 days. And I said to my teacher, with all due respect, how the fuck are you going to teach me how to run a business when you're working for somebody else for a TAFE for 50, 60 grand a year? You don't know what means paying staff, paying rent, hunting for business, and if there's anything left over for you after all your expenses, then you breathe and eat. So I said, I want to go and create my own future, I guess, and hunt for knowledge. And my teacher said, if you leave TAFE now, you will never be anything. Years later, I went and saw him to prove to him that I have made something out of my life. So. And
you rocked up in your first Ferrari?
Correct. I didn't want to say that on the camera to sound like a dick here, but Yeah, I mean, look, I think the problem with society, I mean, people in general, you will always have people that will tell you you can't do something, you can't be the best, you can't beat other people, in business. That's not for you, or what I used to be told, you can't be successful because you don't come from a rich parents. Fuck anybody that tells you anything negative. You tell them fuck you. Anybody that tells you you can't do something, you can't become somebody, you can't do great things in your life, doesn't matter how young you are, you tell them, go fuck yourself.
Use it as fuel.
I can. Go and fuck yourself. I can and I will. Watch me.
And in that story, at first he didn't believe that was your car.
Believe it or not, keys were in the hand. But that's life, man. You will always have people that will support you and people that won't. People will always be great to you. People will also always be jealous of you. As many people as you have supporting you, there will be more people that don't want you to do well. Who gives a fuck what people think? What they don't want to support you, or who cares? You just run your own race. You live your life for you, not for them.
Awesome. And then where did your life take you after that? From your 20s, your early 20s, leading up, into your mid 20s.
Look, when I was age 18, I was working construction 7 days a week as a self-employed contractor. Age 18, I was working 7 days a week and bought a first block of land, built a house on it and sold it for profit. Then I bought second block of land and built a house on it and sold it for profit. And now we have developed over, $300 million worth of homes.
Wow.
But look, the thing is, everything I was doing is just taking step at a time, learning on my own. Every time I fucked up is because I had nobody to teach me, to share their knowledge with me, so I can save my time and life on making mistakes. And that's one of the reasons why Simon, Chandra and myself created One Life Club, because we wanted to make sure that we create a platform where we can pass our knowledge to others and build a strong fucking community of like-minded people that can learn from each other and help each other not make mistakes.
And actually have walked the path
Walk the path. Talk is cheap.
The difference between what your TAFE teacher was teaching and not actually doing.
People that come to us to learn from us, I guess, in a way, we are real business people that do real shit. We are right now sitting in my office, and outside of that door there's 50 staff there. Just in this office we have 12. We do real stuff. You're sitting on the chair that I own outright.
Powerful.
So
powerful.
this is the real deal.
Yeah. And so what, after you were flipping, you bought some land, you're building houses, and you're selling them. Where did that take you from there?
Well, I was always into development, and age 26, 27, I started my own construction company to build my own stuff. But then so many people asked me, hey, can you build house for me? And then we started building houses for other people. But in construction, when you build for others, you have to do stuff first before they pay you. And if your client goes bust, then you fucked as well, because they can't pay you, but you got to pay all of your suppliers and contractors as well. So that got us financially burned at age 30, and but that's now when I see it, it's like that's just another fucking day. When you lose money, when your business goes under for whatever reason, you think it's end of the fucking world for you. But now looking back, the best thing that ever happened to me was me making a mistake, and I used to blame everybody for my failure, till I said one day, you know what, everything is my fault, because if you screw me, it's my fault because I let it happen. You know what I mean? And that's a fucking life journey. When we lost money age 30, had two options. Option one, stay on the ground, beat yourself up and never get up and keep moving forward. Option two, just keep blaming everybody for everything that happened to you and still stay on the ground. And option three is, hey, everything happened, it's my fault. everything that also happened in my 20s, I'm going to use it as an advantage, all the knowledge that I gained to keep moving fucking forward. And, age 45, we have unbelievable company with amazing people in it, in so many different fields. And that's life journey, man. Life journey is we're just going to take life as it comes with a fucking,
the curveballs and all.
Full strength. And, you'll have, if you decide you want to dedicate your life, if you decide you want to dedicate your life to entrepreneurship and go all the way, let me tell you, be prepared to be punched in your fucking face on daily basis. Be prepared to become Mike Tyson of boxing in business field. Because Mike Tyson, he has been knocked out many times. But he's also fucking very good at knocking others out too. Because that's what business is and that's what life is. It's not about how many punches you're going to take and how many times you're going to be on the fucking floor. What it's about is how many times you're going to keep getting up and keep moving fucking forward. I'm good at that.
Powerful. And, like any of the listeners out there that may have a business and obviously, we're dealing with high inflation and, recessions around the world. They could be just going through that right now. Look like they could be either going bust. There's businesses going bust every day. You see in the papers. Like, just walk us through what was going on when you were right in it. You were in it all. Like,
well, whatever you're going through or whatever I went through, I chose that life. You chose your fucking life. If you choose to run a racing business, you fucking chose that life. Man up or woman up, whatever the saying is, and fucking keep moving forward. Deal with the shit, whatever recession out there, whatever business difficulty you're having, you chose that life. Deal with it. Move forward. You chose that life. There's a price to pay to every decision that we fucking make. There's a price to pay. Heavy.
And the sooner you point that back at you and own it.
Own it. Everything is your fault.
The quicker you can get on.
Everything is your fault. Good and bad decisions, you made them. So what? You're struggling, you chose that life. Do something about it.
Make a change. And you went, like, when you lost that, you lost it all at 30.
Everything. Back
to zero.
Thing. Negative.
Wow. And then from there...
Well, what do you do? The choice is go and stay on the ground all your life.
Yeah.
And waste your life away, or what people don't realize when they get burned, when they hit rock bottom, what they don't know that they're way better off then than they were 10 years ago when they started their business. Because 10 years later, if your business goes under, you got tons of knowledge within you to do things better tomorrow. And with me, I started age 30, I went back on fucking tools again that I wasn't when I was 18 years old. Started working 7 days a week and then saved up, borrowed money from fucking mess funders at high interest, bought a block of land, built a house, sold it for profit, then built 2, and then built 3, and then built 4, and built 5, and step at a time.
Just one thing at a time.
I showed up every day. And I still show up every fucking day. I show up every day. Every day. Every day. I show up every day. And every day, I outwork anybody.
Has it turned, losing it all, now when you look back on it, like, is it one of your proudest moments?
Fuck yes. The best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow.
Because now I'm on my way to billion.
Yeah.
Because I had a great training. You can have 2 of us can get into the boxing ring. Who do you think you're going to learn more from? Having a boxing match with me or one with Mike Tyson?
One with Mike Tyson.
He's going to knock the fuck out of you.
Pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. Well, first of all, it'll be not many people get knocked out but Mike Tyson, so you should take that as a privilege. But with him, you harder you get hit, more calculated, cautious, better you become. You know what I mean? There's a saying where I come from: when you get bitten by a snake, even when you see a little mouse in the corner, you fucking get scared, or get nervous, or think, what? I don't want to get bitten again. So that's just life, man. Everything is about learning and enjoying the journey.
Up until that point, did you have a fear of losing it all, or you never had that fear?
Yeah, look, if you are really born entrepreneur, you don't think about that. Age 45, you learn how to minimize the risk of, from financially to your time. Because money, you can make it again and again and again. But time, you can't get that back. You can lose a million or 10 and you can fucking make it back again. But time, losing 5 years. How old are you?
39 this year.
How much money would you give if you can be 20 again?
How much money? Yeah, it'd be a lot. There's a lot of...
Would you give everything you have now for 20 years of your life?
It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. I don't know. I don't know. Because then you've got to... would you take the different path, or would you relive it with what you've known?
Who knows?
Yeah. What would you do?
I love my age right now, and I love my life. I would give everything I have if I can have 25 years back with this brain. Because I would build everything up within a minute. Yeah,
powerful. Because I guess you hear people that they've made something out of nothing, and the conversations they're having is like they feel like they're trying to protect what they've got because they don't want to lose it all. And so I guess any of the audience that's listening to what you're saying, I feel is very important.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's
life is beautiful, man. You just gotta see it that way.
Yeah. Because you would see them billionaires, millionaires.
I have friends
lots of money, but they're miserable.
I have friends that are billionaires, millionaires, and I have friends that don't have much.
Yeah.
I won't call them friends. I know people. I don't have many friends. Nobody has time to have too many friends. But money doesn't mean you're going to be happy. There's so many people I know that have all the money in the world and very little happiness. What the fuck is the point? If you're not happy within, no, Ferraris can't make you happier. But if you're happy within, money can be bonus to, you can do whatever you want to do. You can help others if you don't want to enjoy it yourself. You have options to do whatever you want to do with the money that you make, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, powerful. And tell us, about your other businesses. What you've got some.
Well, we got real estate is one business. We're expanding it. We're just opening this Friday office number 11, and 2 weeks after that office number 12, and we're gonna grow more. We are a Queensland-based real estate company that we're definitely going to expand nationally. Then I do, property development. A goal over the next 5 years is to develop $1 billion worth of property. Then we have interest in insurance company, obviously One Life Club, and we have interest in about 10 different companies, and it's all different things. At the moment, I'm more building a family office where I'm investing money and energy and time into other people that are hungry and motivated that want to take the world. And my job is to give them a bit of a guidance so they don't fuck up and make business successful, and we all enjoy it.
And thinking about your successes in business, one of the keys, what do you see? Obviously culture is a big one. Massive. Creating the culture. But the other part is learning to obviously get out of the way of yourself. So can you unpack that a little bit?
Look, in business, everything is important. Work culture is important. But biggest thing in business is knowing your strength, knowing your weaknesses, and understanding what you enjoy doing, and then go after that. Simple. people are very good over complicating things. Life is very simple. You know what I mean? This is sparkling water when you try it. That's chessboard. Just keep things simple. Don't have to, is this really chessboard or is it other game or whatever? People are good over complicating things. Keep things simple in your life.
Great advice. Great advice. And, talking about the One Life Club, like what does that mean to you?
Everything. It's one of the most, I enjoy every business we have. But One Life Club, Simon and Chandra and myself we have just created a fucking amazing community for like-minded people. Members that are part of One Life Club are just business people in the different fields where we are communicating every day, supporting each other to do better things tomorrow. Look, there are a million other clubs out there, so I can't say ours is the best. But we just have amazing humans in it, and we are learning from each other all the time. We're supporting each other, and that's what One Life Club is all about.
Awesome. And it's for business owners that are turning over $1 million.
$1 million. Reason why we have it for business owners that have a turnover of over $1 million, we simply want people that are doing things.
Yeah.
Not people that want to try to do something and give up. Because up to $1 million is the hardest thing to crack in a business, hitting that turnover. And we are very selective who we let in. Every person that wants to become member gets interviewed by us, founders, to make sure that they are right fit to the rest of the community, that they're supportive and want to contribute.
And when you say turning over $1 million, is that $1 million in a year? Or
in a year.
Yeah.
In a year revenue, correct.
Yeah.
We have members that have $1 billion turnover, some 10, some 5, some 2, some 50. Whatever size of business you are and whatever business size you want to become, we have somebody that has done it.
And what's the biggest thing some of the One Life Club members have found over the 12 months with you?
Well, to be honest, first of all, not many people are sitting in a room with like-minded people that are doing well every day. So our members, they have access to online community where they are supporting each other every day with any decisions that they're making or anything that they need. They got other members to ask. Our members are meeting on, every couple of weeks. All of our members are meeting. We are having a discussions, Q&As, different topics, so we can all stay ahead of the game. So it could be advertising topics, could be AI, could be how we're going to scale our business up, or how we're going to sell the businesses, or whatever it is. And then we also put all of our members in a group of 8. We call it group of 8 directors, where they're actually meeting Simon's and mine personal advisor, facilitator, and they are talking about one big decision they need to make, and they are discussing it with like-minded people. And then we're meeting in person every couple of months. It's just so much good for any entrepreneur that wants to do better, because, people are part of community like Instagram and Facebook, and nothing wrong with that. You get, you see a family there or you get entertained, but with One Life Club, you're just surrounded with people that want to conquer the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And obviously we hear a lot of business owners feel it's a lonely path.
Of course it's a lonely
going
path.
into business. So what better way to, go finding a like-minded group?
Look, there's so many other good places, I always say the key is surrounding yourself with people that, that are like-minded, that are on the same path where you're going, so you guys can help each other get there.
Yeah, powerful. Like you touched on earlier, I think we all need coaches in all different areas of our lives.
As long as you get a real coaches in your life instead of somebody who's full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because these days everybody wants to be a coach. It's like financial planner that never started their own business, that doesn't know what paying fucking bills is, for him to tell you what to do with your money.
Yeah.
Go make a successful business yourself before you tell me how I'm going to make $1.
Definitely. And that's the biggest thing. Like you said, you touched on earlier in your 20s, you didn't have that coach, you're just going around.
Look, that's life.
Yeah.
Kids, when they are 17, 18 years old, they are pushed to make biggest decision of their life, to choose their career. Go and spend 4 years studying law or business or to be a doctor. But how the fuck do you know what you really want to do when you're age 18? You don't have experience in anything. So
try stuff.
The life is set for us to fuck up.
And get back up.
That's up to us. So Cool.
And
Nice.
and so, like, you know, with the One Life Club, like, how long's it been going for now?
Well, we started One Life Club about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
But now, since February this year, we just made it very exclusive. Very exclusive, only for business owners. But saying that, sometimes in September, we're going to do Entrepreneur Summit on the Gold Coast for over 1,000 entrepreneurs. So we can have some amazing speakers and they can share their knowledge with everybody else as well. So
Awesome. And so what's next for, I guess, Emil? Like, you know, your biggest goals out there? Like,
my goal is to keep being happy every day.
that's the goal.
Simple.
That's it.
And keep changing lives for other people and make their lives better. You know, now I'm to the stage of my life, I want to give back.
Awesome.
And I love giving back. Either, you know, could be financially or me giving people the knowledge that I gained and advice. And now I'm to the stage where how can I change your fucking life for better tomorrow?
Powerful. That's awesome. And, you know, this show is called Unlocked From Within. What does Unlocked From Within mean to you?
Look, to be honest, if every person can get rid of fear and all the bullshit that is stopping them to move forward in their life, they'll do much better. So to me, unlocking anything is just, man, just what do you want to do in your life? Just fucking go for it.
Awesome.
Nothing to lose, so much to gain. Life is beautiful because you don't want to be fucking 80 years old and start regretting your life why you didn't do shit. Do something about it today.
Powerful. Where can people find you?
Google me. Emil Juresic. I'm on social media everywhere, and it's easy to get in touch with me. And yeah, it's been a pleasure talking.
Likewise, it's been fantastic to have you on the show with your valuable time, and how much time is valuable.
Maybe next time we do it in an ice bath.
That could be interesting. Could be
Only
very
thing about this interview might be a lot fucking shorter in an ice bath than it is now, but it's been a pleasure.
Take care. If anyone would like to check out more of Emil, there's links in the show notes. And again, thanks for listening or watching Unlocked From Within. Take care.
Thank you. Awesome.